Okay, now I'm going to walk you through the process of creating a boarding, daycare, or camp reservation. So it's really simple. You're just going to click on this button down here, or you can also click on My Account, View, and to get to the screen, or on other links and make boarding or daycare or camp reservations. So we're going to click on this button. It's going to take us to a screen such as this. From this screen, what we're going to do is click on the type of boarding or reservation that we want to make. So we're going to click boarding here. We're going to select the lodging type, which is always going to be a standard 4x6 kennel at the moment. You're going to select the pet. You're going to select your start date. And you're going to select the end date. Now, important note is that if you do select the time after 4:30 p.m., there will be a $20 extra charge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this at 5 p.m. just so I can show you what that looks like. So if I go down to additional services, I can choose 1, 2, 3 additional training sessions, and they vary in price. Now, one thing to note is if I do just want one training session, I'm just going to click on this button here. If I want 2 training sessions, I want to click on this. And if I want 3 training sessions, I want to click on this one. I don't want to add these together because then they won't add up correctly on the back end. So it's only going to be one of these or the other. So for this one, I'm going to click on 1 training session. Then I can write in this notes here what I want to work on. And you're always going to select when as every day except for the first day. I'm going to click Add Services, and you should see it pop up here. Now if I want to click and add any bath information, a bath is mandatory here at the school. For boarding reservations only, it's $20. If you do holiday camp or any of other camp programs, the bath is included in the cost of camp. So just as another note to that. Now if you do want to add nails, what you would do is you would just select nails there and add any extra notes pertaining to the bathing information. You would then click Add Services and you'll see it pop up here. Now if you made a mistake and you didn't want to add a service, all you have to do is hit the X and hit OK, and it'll delete that from there. Another thing to note is that these are the per service or per day numbers. So 1 additional training session will be $20 on every day except for the first day, starting on this date here. Another thing to note is from May through November, we do require flea and tick prevention to be on your dogs, and we can apply that for a $35 charge. So if you don't have your dog on a flea and tick preventative, then we can apply that for you. Otherwise, you can apply it yourself by purchasing it from PetSmart or Amazon or anything like that. Any other notes can be entered here, and you can generate an estimate by clicking on this estimate button here and clicking Generate Estimate. For there, you'll see all the costs associated with the actual boarding. So it'll be a base rate of $49 for nights of 7 at the $49 rate. We have this late checkout fee of $20. Now, in order to erase that, if you go back to your details, click on the end time, and click to say 3 p.m. or really any time before 4:30, you go back to your estimate, and if you hit this refresh button, you'll see that disappears there. Then you can see how much each additional service will be for each day, how much the bath will be, which we chose a specific program, so the bath is going to be 0, and we chose nails, so that will be $10. Now you don't have to pay for the whole deposit right now, but you do have to pay a $100 deposit that's required for all reservations. So when I hit save, it will require that I pay that reservation. It also will show any other errors that pop up, such as I don't have my address field filled out, I don't have any occupation filled out, I don't have some of this other information that's required, and of course I have to fill out my credit card information in order for it to be charged. It'll also require you to sign any contracts or agreements that you might have not signed. In order to do that, you can click on this click here button in order to go back to the agreements or contracts page. If you do need to fill out any information for your pet profile or your dog profile, you can click on this button here and it will bring it up for you so you can fill that information out, hit save, and go back to the process of filling out the reservation. Now, once you finish all that information and you hit save, it will request that reservation, so it actually doesn't confirm it for you. Basically, it sends it to us, and we will then approve it and send you a confirmation email or decline it if there's something that we still need from you. So I'm not going to go through that process now, but that's basically the process of making a boarding reservation with us.